coaches kind of dictate or create what they want their culture to be, but really it grows from the bottom up with the players. So you have to teach them not only what you want the culture to be, but how to lead and drive that culture that you want created within your program. I think all that stuff goes hand in hand, and you need those unit leaders, and as they start to emerge and start to work on their leadership, you're hoping that their job also is to build other leaders within that unit. That's a high level of leadership, is not only when you're leading, but when you're developing other leaders, the younger leaders. So that's something that we're really going to push this year too. One of our top players, running back Blair Mulholland, spoke about that. We talk about leadership so much in our program, and without leadership, we wouldn't have won that game. That was his quote afterwards.
Fundamentals is a huge thing that we stress every practice, and it all stems from that. Another big thing that wide receiver-wise is just the expectation that if you're not catching the ball, you're still a huge part of the play. And the biggest compliment my guys ever get is when Coach Verstegen comes out, and it's nice. They get a little glow about them when they're getting compliments from other coaches for their second level blocking. When they're getting corners and safeties, to allow Blair and our other running backs, that we call them touchdown blocks. So they're very proud of their blocking, and they're very proud of their toughness, and they're just not the typical prima donna wide receivers. The toughest test we want our players to encounter during the week is during practice, so it's easy in the game. And I think our staff does an excellent job at that, and it shows on Friday nights.
I'm a firm believer it's not always what you coach, it's what you emphasize too. And what I mean by that is, you can coach a million different things, but what it comes down to is what are you emphasizing every single day? What's coming out of your mouth the most? And I'll give you an example. A stat that we're really proud of, especially offensively, is we had 0 turnovers this year in 14 games. We do drills, we do turnover circuits, but we also emphasize it. We emphasize the importance of the ball and throughout practice and before the game and during the game and after the game. And, a lot of that comes with some luck too. The ball bounced our ways a few times, but I think what you emphasize as a coach is really, really important. And the more you say things to kids, the more it's ingrained and it's part of your culture. Experiencing pressure in your life, odds are you're in a spot that a lot of other people would love to be in. So it's a privilege. It's a privilege to be in that position, to feel that pressure. So I think it's just trying to flip their mindset a little bit.
Same thing. It's 13 seconds left in the state championship game, and we got to punch it in to win the game for a touchdown. There's a lot of pressure on you, but who would love to be in that spot right now?
Goal from the 1. Mulholland in the backfield. Vandenboom to Mulholland. Squeezes in for the touchdown. Wow. I don't even know what to say anymore. This is incredible.
There's been a change in our culture where our older kids now are really taking great pride into what's going on, the next year. And because they understand that that's part of their legacy. So when I get a text after that state championship game from a former player, his son or whoever, I always try to write back, you were a part of that win. Even though you're off in college, you were a part of that because you helped breed, those kids into being champions because of how you treated them and how you, modeled the behavior and how you led. And I think that continues to hopefully turn over and continue to grow because, it is such a big part of our program. Kids aren't stupid, and they know if you're resting. And, we're trying to demonstrate that if we're going to talk about constant and continual improvement in our program, we better be getting better too as coaches. And, I think all of our staff takes advantage of many opportunities they can to improve themselves and improve as coaches. And I think our kids, see that. I think our kids work hard because they see us working hard too. That the true assessment, I think, of our program, and how successful this team was in 2015, we'll be able to tell you in 2030, and what kind of men they are, what kind of husbands they are, what kind of community members, employees they are.